Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, and if you're new here, I help women of color navigate life transitions and glow from the inside out. In today's video, I'm going to talk about something that helped me during the lowest points of my life, and that is writing letters to myself. Journaling is great, but this actually takes it a step further. It helped me to ground myself and see the possibilities during a job loss and while dealing with the depression. It helped me turn breakdowns into breakthroughs. There are 3 letters, and the first one is the possibilities letter. And the possibilities letter I actually got from a book called Psycho-Cybernetics when he was talking about the possibility of things. So often we go on how bad things can get, and I know that a lot of that has to do with survival mode. And it also reminded me of how well it aligns with something that Marianne Williamson said, how we have more faith in the struggle of things rather in the possibilities of miracles. This letter actually helped me to see what could happen rather than what may happen. So for example, when I was out of a job, I had been doing all of the things. I had been sending out my resume. I had been doing pitches. I had hit up all my contacts. And then I also write down my fears. I was afraid that my savings would run out, that I couldn't pay my bills, that I couldn't pay my rent. And then I decided in that moment that I was going to go into the possibility of things rather than thinking about the struggles. And the truth is that I had done everything in my control. And it could be possible that people would get back to me. As someone who heard my pitches, maybe it wasn't for them, but maybe they can put me in contact with someone else, or maybe someone can reach back and say, this is exactly what we've been looking for. And on the jobs that I wasn't hearing back, it was a way for me to look at it that if I wasn't hearing back from these jobs, they probably weren't aligned with my intentions on what I really wanted for myself moving forward. Also, I can focus on the fact that yes, I didn't have a job, but now I had a lot more free time to focus on creating content, on growing my channel, gaining more subscribers, getting better at creating content so that it helps the people that I'm trying to serve. This not only helped me to look at the possibilities, but it also helped me have a better morning mindset. And I realized that it was more about possibilities coming up rather than being in survival mode and in anxiety. The second letter was the gratitude letter. And because I had already been focused on seeing the possibilities of things, I was actually able to start looking at the things that I was grateful for. And the first thing was that I had my health. I had dealt with chronic pain in the past, and realizing that, you know what, I have my health and I am able to look for work because my health and being healthy now, that was possible for me. I had a roof over my head. I have faced being unhoused, and I have a home now. I have savings. I needed to give myself more credit than I was actually giving myself. In the past, I had dealt with the depression, and my mental health was so much healthier and stronger when I was dealing with things that were difficult than it was in the past. I realized that I had a lot more peace of mind and a lot more tools, and I was able to see how far I've come. And those things, when you're being grateful, they don't have to be tangible things. They can actually be things like your mental health and all of the work that you've done and how you're dealing now with difficult situations. And because gratitude was helping me to refocus, I can now start setting better intentions on what I wanted moving forward. And that leads me to my third letter, the intention letter. The intention letter, or future self energy, as I like to call it. This is all about stepping into your future self energy. Ask yourself, who am I becoming now that I'm not stuck on survival mode energy? When things get overwhelming, instead of reverting back to survival mode, I now ground myself in the moment. I remind myself that I am my source, I am my foundation. I use those moments to transmute old patterns and not continue to replay them. This shift helps me move forward from survival to stability, respond with faith instead of fear, creating from what I want instead of chaos. My new anchor points are: I have faith in what's unfolding. I have now rituals that root me, such as breath work, writing, enjoying solitude, and leaning more in my faith and being able to create this altar for myself. It's not about trying to be perfect. It's more about trying to be patient and realize the woman that I'm becoming. And with every intention that I set and everything that I face, I'm actually able to see that I'm becoming that woman more and more. So whenever those challenges come up, I'm starting to see them and get excited. I'm starting to see them and see this new woman who emerges and welcomes these changes, because although they're difficult, I know that the challenges that come with them, I am now more than prepared to face them. And they're actually going to help me to transcend the person that I used to be and bring forward those intentions of what I really want. And I'm going to give you a quick bonus. There's something called futureme.org. And that's where you're able to send yourself an email in the future. If you haven't looked at this, not sponsored, I wish I was already there. If you have not looked at it, it's great. You can actually email yourself from a week from now to a year to 2 years. You're able to put the date. And what I do, I use this format in my email. I tell myself where I am right now, and I put my future intentions where I want to be a year from now. When I looked at these emails, I've seen things that I put these intentions in myself, sent it in the future to be in a much better place. And it's crazy to open those emails and look at them and realize that those things that you had put faith in for yourself, set that intention, are actually happening and unfolding. And if those things haven't come into fruition, I've also noticed that I'll look at the email and realize that it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. It seems so small and significant in the moment because I've gotten through that it's actually wonderful to read and realize that I am stronger than I think I am, and I am able to get through things. This is how I started shifting my mindset and actually shifting my energy. You can do this in a journal. You can do this on your computer. You can use these as prompts. They have definitely helped me to shift my energy. If this has resonated, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks so much for watching.